State Employees Association of North Carolina, and so I'm speaking on behalf of our 54,000 members who are state employees, active and retired. You know, I had a speech, I wrote it, and I rewrote it. There's so many important things that you decide and that you talk about, and then I wanted to talk to you about, and I've scrapped all of those formal speeches, and I'm just going to talk to you for just a second about the retirement plan and what it means to the members of the association that I work for. You know, I go to state workplaces all over the state on a regular basis, and I talk to people, and they express some of the things that Mr. Bradley was speaking of a moment ago. They're worried about what's happening to state employment. And I think it's really easy to fall into the trap of talking about retirement systems in terms of pure numbers, and I've fallen into that trap myself as of late, and that's why I'm not doing a speech full of numbers. I know that one of the numbers we've heard recently, we're the third strongest pension plan in the U.S., public pension plan. That's great. That's our amount of funding. That's wonderful. But we could be the strongest person in the world, and it doesn't do us any good if we don't lift any weight or do any work. So the employees and the retirees want to see that their retirement plan is doing something for them, it's taking care of them the way it was intended to. And I think that they've gotten lost in the shuffle. We talk numbers and performance all the time, all of us. What we're asking you to do is look at the people, the intention of having this plan at all, and look at what you're spending on your employees and your retirees. It's relatively low compared to a lot of systems in this country, so we can be big in terms of funding, but we're not doing what we should with what we've got. That being said, we're not asking you to ask the General Assembly to take on some insurmountable load. I think that would be not wise. It's not reasonable. It's not going to happen. So, similar to our proposition last year, we would like to propose this, that you recommend a 2% COLA and a one-click, as we call it, in the formula accrual rate from 1.82 to 1.83%. And all of this would cost a total of $120 million. You might wonder, where do you expect anyone to come up with $120 million? Well, we would propose you keep the ART at 9.15%. If 8.69% is what you think is needed, that would produce $45.5 million in savings, of course. So you'd only need $75 million more to fund 2% COLA and a click in the formula. We believe that could easily be gotten from fee reductions, which we discussed with this board this time last year. And Madam Treasurer, we would respectfully request that your office reach out to some of the managers with whom we do business to see about reducing some of these fees, just as we as consumers ask for fee reductions with those with whom we do business. So we believe for $45 million in an investment, the General Assembly can produce a result that provides retirees a 2.5% difference in their check every month. 2.5% isn't what we'd like to see. It's not as large as what our members would want, but we believe it's reasonable. And we believe that being impressive in numbers won't do them any good unless we start figuring out how we're spending so that we can actually do something for the employees and the retirees. So we would respectfully request that y'all seriously consider this proposition. Thank you very much for your time.